How's it going, basketball fans? I'm Brodie alongside Hawley. We're on the set here at Hardwood Heroes in a little segment we like to call the Spartan Corner. Now, me and Brad, we've seen a lot of Alexander basketball games. What the Spartan Corner allows us to do is do what we do best, and that's talk Alexander basketball.
Not the only good thing I do.
Well, the topic of tonight's conversation is going to center around the Lady Spartans and the huge win they picked up last night against Logan. Brad, what a big win that was for the girls.
It was a huge confidence builder. Beginning of the year, they took out Pickerington Central. Big D1 power, had the confidence flowing, and then they lost 4 out-of-conference games in a row. Confidence was down. Now, they still were taking care of business in the TVC like they always do.
That's what they do.
Yeah, the flagship. But they needed that big confidence win, and that's what they got against Logan. Logan, 13-1, D1 power. And, you know, that's just perfect timing because you know what's coming on.
Yeah, what great time to pick up a confidence-boosting win with tournament time just around the corner.
Exactly. So we're going to check out, you know, who they're going to be playing in their sectional. These are the teams, the top 6 teams in this section. We've got Crooksville, Minford, Zane Trace, Alexander, Wellston, and Trimble. Who sticks out to you?
Well, I tell you what, Alexander here, I think, you know, they look good in this section. This is a section they won last year. I think they're sitting pretty solid. But I tell you what, Crooksville right now, they're at the top of the list at 12-4. I think once, you know, the selection committee kind of sees their overall body of work, I don't think that they are looking at a 1 seed. I think the 1 seed right now is looking Minford and Alexander. I think it's a 2-team race. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at Zane Trace because of their record. But then you look back, I think it's a neck and neck. But then you look and you see that Zane Trace lost to Alexander by 1. At Zane Trace. So I think Alexander, you know, jumps out ahead of them to make that the 2-horse race.
Yeah. Zane Trace, they are a good team, and they're a team that would be vying for that 1 seed. I think the fact Alexander beat them and Minford beat Alexander kind of eliminates them from the top seed conversation. I think in the eyes of the selection committee, I think Minford right now would have the edge on Alexander because they beat the Lady Spartans by 13 earlier in the year, by 13.
Yeah, I think Minford's going to have to, you know, struggle against a couple games, maybe drop 1 or 2.
Right, sub their toe another time or 2 for Alexander.
Yeah, but you know, here at Hardwood Heroes and you know us Alexander people, we love to make predictions. So give us what their seeding is going to be and tell me how far they're going to go.
Wow, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves,
well,
but
that's what we
I love predictions as much as the next guy.
Exactly.
So Alexander, I think, is going to rock the 2 seed. I think Minford beating them will give them the number 1, you know, spot in the eyes of the selection committee. I think Alexander, though, this is a hungry team. These are girls who have been playing with each other their entire life. They're seniors now. This is their last go-around. I think that this is the most motivated team in the field, and I cannot wait for the tournament. I think Alexander is eyeing another rematch with Minford with the convocation on the line, the convo on the line.
Oh, yeah.
I like him beating Minford and probably going against that Oak Hill team, kind of a team
number
of
2
horrors
team in the state
for Lady Spartans. Is your thoughts on par there? Are you liking that? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm liking it. I think Alexander's going to have the gripe for the number 1 seed because they have beaten 2 Division I powers.
They have quality wins.
But again, that win at Minford's it's going to be tough unless Minford stumbles and maybe against some subpar teams.
Right.
So I go 2 seed, and then I'm saying it's Revenge City. The other team in this section that we haven't talked about is Nelsonville York, who Alexander only beat by 2.
Right.
And Alexander doesn't like only beating TVC teams by 2. So if they face them early on, Alexander's going to...
Nelsonville York, they could be a sleeper team for a lot of teams. They're a team that a power team is going to play early on. And this is a young team. You don't let the record fool you. They're only 4-10, but they're so young. It's tough to judge them what they did in December because you know these were girls who weren't playing with each other that much. But they're getting better. When I talked with Guthrie actually after they only beat Nelsonville by 2, I was like, "What's wrong? You know, Nelsonville not a very good team. What was wrong with your girls?" He was like, "No, but like back up. They're a good team. They're a talented team. Don't let the record fool you." So I learned my lesson there with Nelsonville. I think that they might make some noise. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. So you know you go Revenge, then you're going to get Minford again. I assume they're going to get Minford again in the sectional championship.
If the stars align.
Yeah, in the sectional championship, yeah. And that will be, you know, that 13-point loss. They're not going to want to lose.
Right.
You know, they're seniors now. They do not want to go out losing before they lost last year in the state tournament.
Right.
They just don't want to do that.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
I think the mantra this whole season is get back to the convo.
Get back to the convo and see what happens.
Take care of the sectionals, and I think Minford's going to be the team in the way for them. But I think on a neutral floor, they've already played them once. They lost. Now they know how to make the adjustments. I think Alexander gets out of the field like we said.
Yeah, I do too. And then they go on take on Oak Hill, but like you said, we're getting way ahead of ourselves there.
Right.
So how about we just cut it there and we'll make predictions later on another Spartans Corner.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Gives us more reason why to do this again.
Yeah, I love it. That's all for tonight's little segment, the girls. But we'll be back with boys and girls, talks. The boys got a huge win over Megs last Friday. They'll They are looking like a team that might be ascending at the right time. We'll see. But that's all for tonight. For Brad Hawley, I'm Blake Brodie. See you.